Let's take a closer look at Intuit QuickBooks integration in the Core4. In this video, we'll review how to pull records from QuickBooks into the Core. QuickBooks integration requires purchasing, installing, and registering the FMBooks Connector plugin. As a general rule, when you first set up the Core4, you'll want to pull all of your existing QuickBooks data into the Core. This can be accomplished by navigating to Core, Preferences, Global Settings, Plugins, and the FMBooks Connector tab. Select this button to open the QuickBooks Import wizard. Here it's crucial to import from top to bottom, so you should complete Part 1 before you move to Part 2, and so forth. First, we can import list items from QuickBooks. Please note that whenever you import data from QuickBooks, only the active items will be imported. Let's start with accounts. "114 accounts were successfully imported from QuickBooks. Then let's import payment methods. Eight payment methods were imported. Next is payment terms. 6 payment terms were successfully imported. Then shipping methods. 5 shipping methods were pulled in. Next we have customer messages. 8 customer messages were brought in. Then we have items. 47 items were successfully imported. Then we have taxes, and classes. Let's go ahead and close the Import wizard. If we navigate to the List tab, we can see the records that were just imported from QuickBooks. All active accounts, payment methods, terms, shipping methods, customer messages, taxes, and classes have been brought in. If the Exists in QB box is checked, then it indicates that the item does exist in QuickBooks. You could even assign a default. Here you could add new classes with this button. However, keep in mind that they will not exist in QuickBooks. If you would like new classes added in the Core to exist in QuickBooks, then you must manually add them in QuickBooks and then re-import them into the Core. Lists should be managed and maintained in QuickBooks and then pulled into the Core4 as they change. Let's navigate to the Items tab. I'll scroll to the last items in the set. Here we can see the items that have been pulled in from QuickBooks. On the More Info tab, we can see all of the QuickBooks-related information has been populated. This checkbox indicates that the item needs to be refreshed in QuickBooks if any information was updated. Moving forward through the Import wizard, next we have Contacts. Before we import customers from QuickBooks, make sure you specify on the FMBooks Connector tab whether you'd like to create both company and individual records for the customer import. When this checkbox is not marked, then only one record is created for every one record from QuickBooks. I'll go ahead and leave the box unchecked. Now let's import the active customers from QuickBooks. The customer import from QuickBooks to FileMaker is intended to be a one-time setup feature. Re-importing customers will ignore records that have already been added to the core, and it will only import new customers. Any customer edits or modifications should be managed in the Core4. Let's navigate to the Contacts tab for a moment. For this record, QuickBooks Import with a date and timestamp is populated in the source field. I'll perform a find for all contacts imported from QuickBooks. I have 64 contact records in the found set that were imported from QuickBooks. Next on the import wizard, we have sales reps. When a sales rep is imported from QuickBooks, a new contact record is created in the Core4. Let's perform a find for any QuickBooks import that is a sales rep. Two records are in the found set. The sales rep checkbox is marked, and the QB initials are populated. Next, let's import invoices. We'll have additional filter options such as beginning and ending invoice numbers or the date range. I'll leave the filters blank and import every active invoice. Subsequent pulls will refresh matching Core4 records with invoices in QuickBooks. New invoices will also be imported. However, invoices that don't have a matching customer in the core will not be imported. Kits or grouped invoice line items in QuickBooks also will not be imported. Lastly, let's import payments. The date range filter is also available for payments. I'll go ahead and pull in all active payments. Payments that don't have a matching customer and invoice in the core will not be imported. 106 payments were brought in. Let's navigate to the Invoices tab. I'll perform a find for records that have a QB invoice number. 113 records were found. These invoices have been imported from QuickBooks and have a list ID as well as a QB invoice number. This checkbox indicates that the invoice needs to be refreshed in QuickBooks if any information was updated in the core. This is just a brief overview of the many features and possibilities of the Core4. For more information on what the core can do for you, please visit core4crm.com. Review the videos and documentation, and try a demo. Please contact us via email, phone, or browser forum if you have any additional questions.